Every single day, you get manipulated into buying things you didn't plan to buy. Not by accident. By design. A $499 product sitting next to a $999 premium version isn't there to be bought. It's there to make the $499 one look cheap. That's called anchoring, and businesses use it on you constantly. Here's the real question. Can you get paid to design that kind of manipulation for other businesses? Yes. Realistically, most people starting this as a side hustle make somewhere between $800 and $2,500 a month in their first 6 months. Some scale it into a $10,000 a month consulting business. Most don't get there in year 1. So is it actually profitable? Stick around, because the answer depends entirely on how you position yourself, and I'll show you exactly where the money comes from and where beginners waste it. This business is for people who understand basic psychology, enjoy analyzing why people buy things, and are comfortable talking to business owners. It's a service business, so if you hate sales calls, this will be uncomfortable at first. It's a good fit for marketers, copywriters, and e-commerce store owners who already understand funnels. It is not a good fit for someone looking for a hands-off, fully automated income stream. This requires you to think, write, and communicate constantly. So what is this exactly? In plain terms, you help businesses restructure their websites, ads, emails, and checkout pages using proven psychological principles. Scarcity. Social proof. Loss aversion. Decoy pricing. The goal isn't to trick people. It's to remove friction and hesitation from a buying decision that the customer was already leaning toward. You make money by charging for audits, monthly retainers, or performance-based fees tied to conversion rate improvement. Now let's talk about demand, because this is where people get surprised. The global marketing consulting market is estimated at $36.65 billion in 2026, and digital marketing consulting alone led with just over 31% share in 2025. More importantly, for someone starting small and micro enterprises are the fastest-growing client segment, expected to grow at 6.62% annually, while large enterprises still hold the bigger overall share. Translation: small business owners are actively increasing their spend on exactly this kind of help, and they're underserved because most big agencies ignore them. Mordor Intelligence Plus 3. Let's break down what it actually costs to start. Category low-end high-end equipment, laptop, if needed, $0, already own one, $800 licenses/LLC registration, $50 $500 inventory /raw material, $0 space/rent, $0 home office, $0 website/CRM setup, $300 1, $200 marketing, initial, $150 $500 miscellaneous, software, contracts, tools, $100 $300 total minimum investment, $600 $300. Notice something. There's no inventory line and no rent line doing any real work here. That's the entire appeal of a service business. Your biggest expense isn't stock or a storefront, it's your own time and your credibility. Let's go through where that money actually goes. The LLC registration protects your personal assets once you start signing client contracts. Skip this early on if you're testing the idea, but don't skip it once you're taking real payments. Your website isn't just a portfolio, it's proof that you understand what you're selling. If you're pitching conversion optimization and your own site converts poorly, that's an instant credibility problem. This is also where a CRM matters, because managing client audits, proposals, and follow-ups on spreadsheets falls apart past your third or fourth client. Marketing spend early on goes toward outreach tools and maybe a small ad budget to test messaging, not toward branding for its own sake. And miscellaneous covers contract templates, invoicing software, and maybe one paid course if you're starting from zero psychology knowledge. Monthly operating costs are light. Expect somewhere between $100 and $400 a month for software subscriptions, CRM, website hosting, and outreach tools. If you're running paid ads to find clients, add another $200 to $600. Total monthly overhead for most solo operators lands between $300 and $900. Now, income potential, broken down honestly. Conservative estimate, 1 or 2 clients at $500 to $800 per month each, that's $1,000 to $1,600 monthly. Realistic estimate, once you have a case study or two, 4 to 6 clients at $800 to $1,500 per month, that's $3,500 to $7,000 monthly. Optimistic estimate, Once you're taking performance-based fees on top of retainers, or you've built a small team, $12,000 to $20,000 monthly is achievable, but that typically takes 12 to 18 months, not week 3. Profit margins in this business are unusually high, typically 60 to 80%, because your main cost is your time. Break-even analysis is one of the strongest arguments for this business. With a $600 to $3,300 starting investment and even conservative early income, most people recover their investment within 4 to 8 weeks. This is not a business where you're underwater for a year waiting to turn a profit. Now, the biggest mistakes. People undercharge because they're scared to ask for real money, which trains clients to see them as cheap labor instead of a specialist. People try to serve every industry at once instead of picking one niche, like e-commerce checkout pages or SaaS onboarding flows, where they can build a reputation fast. And people skip data. If you can't show a client their bounce rate dropped or their cart abandonment improved, you're just guessing with fancy language, and clients notice. Here's where the real opportunity sits. Most consultants in this space chase big enterprise clients or general marketing strategy work. The underserved niche is small, local service businesses and small e-commerce brands under $1 million in revenue, who, as of a 2026 Federal Reserve report, only about 18% of firms had adopted AI-driven tools by the end of 2025, meaning most of them haven't touched their conversion psychology at all. Your differentiation isn't being the smartest person in the room. It's being specific. I fix checkout abandonment for Shopify stores, beats. I do marketing consulting every time. Mordor intelligence. So how do you actually start? Step 1. Pick one narrow niche and 1 or 2 specific bias-based tactics you'll specialize in, like urgency messaging and social proof placement. Step 2. Apply everything you know to your own website or a mock case study first, so you have proof before you have clients. Step 3. Reach out directly to 20 small businesses a week with a specific, free mini audit, not a generic pitch. Step 4. Convert 2 or 3 of those into paying clients using a simple before and after result. Step 5. Once you have testimonials, raise your prices and start asking for referrals. You will need some basic systems here. A website to establish credibility, a CRM to track outreach and client history, and possibly a basic analytics dashboard to prove your results. Here's why these matter beyond just looking professional. Without a CRM, you will lose track of who you pitched, when you followed up, and what you promised, and that's how you lose clients you already had a shot at closing. If you want this set up correctly the first time, instead of stitching together free tools that break down at scale, SoftAngles builds and manages exactly this kind of website, CRM, and client tracking system for small consulting businesses. You can book a free consultation and get a cost estimate, and I'll leave that link in the description. For marketing, online methods that work well here are LinkedIn outreach, cold email with a free audit offer, and short case study videos showing before and after conversion changes. Offline methods include local business networking events and direct introductions through other freelancers who serve the same clients, like web designers. On a low budget, your best move is simply doing 5 free audits for real businesses in exchange for testimonials. Once you have consistent income, scale by raising your prices, hiring a junior consultant to handle audits while you close deals, or turning your process into a paid course or template. The challenges are real. Client trust takes time to build, since psychology-based marketing can sound manipulative if you explain it badly. Income is inconsistent early on, and you're competing with agencies that have bigger case studies, even if their actual results are weaker. A few do's and don'ts. Do specialize in one niche before trying to serve everyone. Do track and report actual numbers, not vague promises. Don't promise guaranteed revenue increases, because you can't control everything on a client site. And don't skip the contract stage, even for small clients. So, final verdict. Is this worth starting? If you already understand marketing or psychology and you're willing to do outreach every week, yes, this is a low-cost, high-margin business with real, growing demand. If you're looking for something passive or you're uncomfortable pitching yourself directly to strangers, this isn't your business, at least not yet. If this made sense to you, subscribe, because we break down real numbers like this every week, not hype. And if you're ready to actually build the website or CRM side of this business properly, book a free consultation with SoftAngles using the link in the description. Let's build something that actually works.